sometimes I Google my parents, who, as far as I know, are still alive in San Antonio, Texas, to see if they are still living. I will be very happy to know that they are dead whenever that eventually happens. Because their choices are causing people to die for nothing, just for their greed, my parents' greed. And while I was looking up Christine Stowe, my mother, what I found instead was Christopher Stowe, my little brother. He was in the news in December of last year, of 2025. We are currently in February of 2026. So let's see what happens when I search Christopher Stowe San Antonio. Yeah, we could check the Fox News version. We can check the Ken's 5 version. There he is. That's my little brother. That's Christopher. They're calling him Disgruntled Millennial, which both makes me laugh and is like, it's true. Like, this is tragic. He's okay. As far as I know, everyone is okay. We'll get into what happened. And of course, I'll be providing my own thoughts along the way, as this is all very close to me. This is my brother. Despite our differences, I love him. I did tell him and the rest of our family to kill themselves because they are making choices that kill others for nothing more than their own greed and ego, vanity, pride, whatever. Like bullshit. They are not listening to evidence or reason. They are listening to bullshit and letting people die for it, causing people to die for it. So let's check out this video. I'm curious. I haven't watched this yet. I read some of the articles and then I stopped because I wanted to do it on stream. Like holy shit. So let's see.
Local man is out of jail on bond after being accused of making repeated threats of mass violence in the San Antonio area. Police say 31-year-old Christopher Stowe made multiple threats to their tip line, saying he would kill people at a Spurs game, along the Riverwalk, and other popular places. Sue Kalberg has the details of the threats and more.
I don't know whether he planned to follow through on that or not. I think that's a really shitty thing to do. You know, I understand his frustration. I really don't know how else to reach people. I can understand why he lashed out like that, but like, I don't know what's right. All right. As someone who has gone through American public schools myself, I could tell you that I understand why school shootings happened. We put people through environments that are not good for people, and then we pretend that they're the problem for like doing their best. I know my little brother. Well, I used to. He's hardworking. He's determined, you know. I think that he ultimately does want what's best for people, and it's just the world has lied to him. The world has taken advantage of every ounce of goodwill he gave. He might not have any left. I don't know. So, tip 411, digital platform, anonymous tips.
31-year-old Christopher Stowe. They say digital fingerprints came from near Stowe's workplace and from his home in northwest San Antonio near Bandera and Gilboa Roads.
Jesus, they're just like doxing him.
Details the first tip was received at 1 p.m. The message started out with the quote, "I'm going to kill people. I don't want to, but can't help it." After a paragraph of reasoning, the message concludes with, quote, "I'm going to kill people unless the police kill me first," including a quote, "It's Thanksgiving, for Christ's sakes. People cannot act better," along with the quote, "Society has collapsed. I'm going to kill everyone." Then minutes later, the next message detailed threats of mass killings at the Riverwalk and a Spurs game.
Stowe has already posted a $50,000 bond, and the judge ordered mandatory house arrest with a full GPS monitor. He's not due back in court until February. In San Antonio, Sue Kalberg, Ken's 5.
He'll be going back to court this month, if he hasn't already. Holy shit. Hi, I'm his older brother. I don't know how to put it, though. Our parents are abusive. Death cultists. Abuse is protected in America. I agree. It makes no sense. Personally, I don't think societal collapse is a good justification for additional violence. I think we should work harder to preserve what we can. Dude threatened mass killing and didn't care about getting killed to be stopped, but he will obey being on house arrest. Yeah, okay, how stupid was the person who let him get bond and think these conditions is okay for someone like this? He should have stayed in jail or at least be in a mental hospital for evaluation. Hi, I'm his older brother, Mike Stowe. Our parents are abusive death cults. Abuse is protected in America. I agree with you, it makes no sense. Maybe they want violence. Personally, I don't think societal collapse is a good justification for additional violence. I think we should work hard to preserve what we can. Christopher's life, like mine, is a tragedy that humanity must learn from. Thank you. The judge needs to be put in jail. And like, I wasn't there. I don't know what the reasonings were. I don't know what the law was. I don't know. He might have been like crying and sad and like really upset and like, dude makes a whole manifesto and isn't behind bars. Make it make sense. Buyers beware in any area in San Antonio. Like, is that going to lower property value in the area? Because no one wants to live near that guy. Like, what is happening? This is so strange. Hi, I'm his older brother, Mike Stowe. Abuse is protected and rewarded in America. Our parents are abusive death cultists. It has never made sense. They do not care. I am fearful for the future. People do not realize how broadly abuse has been normalized. Thank you. Not on bond? What the fuck? They just put him back where he was making those threats from. Yeah, they put him back in mom and dad's house. See how the government protects criminals. Just look at his eyes. He has nothing to live for. I mean, yeah, that's why I feel bad for him. He hasn't, this is my best guess because I've been suicidal all my life and I felt like I had nothing to live for myself, and arguably I still don't. I gotta just look around and find reasons to live every day. But there are some. It's just scary. The future is scary because we don't know what's gonna happen. There's a lot of people making really bad decisions for a lot of really bad reasons, and I really believe that he worked hard his whole life and was taken advantage of and shat on for it. Scapegoated really for problems that other people are doing, and I think he just doesn't know what else to do. What can we do? Our parents chose to abuse us and they're being protected. They're being rewarded for it. They think that they're going to go to heaven. I just feel really bad for him. So I remember happy times, right? Playing games and telling jokes, and hey, maybe one day we'll be able to laugh about this. But right now, I'm scared. I'm scared that it'll get worse instead of better, or will hurt people or himself. I don't want any of that to happen. We need to unite. We need to unite around the truth. We need to expose our parents for the pieces of shit that they are. They can't get away with what they're trying to do. Otherwise, everyone dies for nothing. And that's not a threat. That's that's how it seems. That's kind of what it looks like is going to happen. I'm scared, and people still aren't listening to reason. But yeah, I could tell you from experience that he can be a very friendly and charming, smiling, happy person. And I feel like I failed him as his brother. But we were all abused. I have another video where I talk about it. I used to punch him in the face when he would annoy me, or when I wouldn't know how else to handle him. When we were very young, I don't even remember how old. Because that's what our parents would do. Our parents would hit us if we disobeyed, if we did something wrong. And our parents justified it to us. They're like, well, this makes you a better person in the long run. Yeah, they taught us violence. They didn't just teach us violence. They physically beat violent impulses into us from before we could think and understand why. And so, I'm immeasurably sorry for playing any part of that, but I never had a choice. It was forced on us. People still aren't listening when I say things like we were violently brainwashed. That means something. I hope we'll be okay, but I don't know how. Let's go through more comments. I'm deeply invested in this. Yeah, just look at his eyes. He has nothing to live for. No, not anymore. He was lied to. We were scammed. We were violently brainwashed from birth and lied to all our life. I hope my brother doesn't hurt anybody. Thank you. Oh, this is nothing new. Definitely not surprised about it at all. It's typical of that happening in San Antonio. I lived in Texas relatively recently for a job I was working at the time. And I actually lived in my parents' house, the same one that they doxed on the news. And Texas is mean. Texas is a very aggressive place. Everyone's angry. Everyone's in a rush. And if you're not as angry and in a rush as they are, they get mad at you for it. Everyone's lashing out constantly. It's a culture of violence and like pressure. I don't know how to put it. Aggression under pressure. The level of incompetence with law officers, jail guards, all the way up to the courts level and DA is astounding. All those officers with their low level of education, more like 5th grade level, shows the arrogance, ignorance, and just plain stupidity that the city and county operates. Yes, it is just plain common sense that someone like that fool threatening to kill innocent people randomly should never have been let go on bond. Just the other day, a criminal murdered was released from jail. And once the media brought it to the public's attention, the police in jail said that the reason that happened was because of a glitch in the system. Yeah, right, sure. Again, the level of stupidity, incompetence, and lack of common sense is a dangerous joke to the city. It's honestly a horrible decision to grant bond to this man, considering he intends to kill people, and when he does, the public will want answers from the judge who's responsible. Yeah. Why? Hi, I'm his brother. This is the natural result of a lifetime of abuse. Our parents are death cultists. They are slaughtering millions. I wish I knew how else to phrase this. This is crazy. I hope my brother doesn't hurt anybody. Thank you. It looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. Why do we live in a soft-on-crime society? Why do innocent children and adults have to suffer because this? I mean, he was an innocent child. One clearly mentally deranged individual isn't off our streets. I want my taxpayer dollars going towards keeping him locked up for good. It's in his best interest and the public's. It's this exact reason I am starting to come around, starting to see the big picture, force all law-abiding citizens to open carry firearms, make it mandatory. Anyone with a clean record must own a firearm, then deputize all the ICE agents and Border Patrol. What the hell is this shit? Hire more police officers, put undercover cops all over the city. This would lower the crime rate overnight. People could spot a criminal a mile away, and if they are surrounded by guns at every corner, maybe they will consider a new career. What the fuck? Hi, I'm his brother. Christopher was an innocent child. We were abused. Violently brainwashed from birth. I hope he doesn't hurt anybody, but I understand, how do I phrase this without sounding like a crime myself? But I understand exactly why he carries so much pain. I don't think he would need to be locked up if the world was a reasonable place. I admit I don't have all the details. Like, I'm definitely not trying to excuse the threats. I'm just trying to explain, like, he's got a lot of reason to be upset. Guy works at my McDonald's in my neighborhood. I see him every morning when I get my coffee and he hands me it. I'm his older brother, lol. I used to live in that house for a bit with Christopher, Mom, and Dad. This whole thing is both surprising to me and doesn't surprise me at all. We were violently brainwashed from birth to normalize an abusive society. I hope he doesn't hurt anybody. We get charged more for having weed on us. That is bullshit. If he kills people in my city, something needs to change with these killers and pervert sentencing. He hasn't killed anyone yet, okay, that I know of. As far as we know, he's not a killer. He just made some threats, said things that he hopefully regrets. Threatening to kill people and they let him out. What the fuck? I hope and pray it doesn't happen, but this motherfucker is going to follow through with his plans and it's not going to be good. And then everyone will be going and crying and saying, why did they let him out? Why this? Why that? Blah, blah, blah. It's happened too many times. Be safe out there, people. Yeah, I'm actually curious. Like, did my parents intervene in any way? Did they ask her? Like, because I can imagine my mom being like, well, he didn't mean it. And the judge like, okay, well, he's white enough, so we'll let him go. I really don't know. This is insane. The country that I live in is a clown show and people are dying for it. It's been this way all my life. They just don't listen. Hate crime? I mean, he doesn't, as far as I know, he doesn't like hate any particular minorities or like groups. He's just lashing out at like people. Like he's just gonna kill people is what it sounded like. And I guess that does count as a hate crime. It's just general misanthropy. There's no place for the mentally ill anymore. Just the streets. The state hospital is full of prisoners with no space. Yeah. One of the big issues here is that, like, where do we go to get help? Who is actually going to help us versus who is just going to charge us indefinitely to, like, give us more problems? Because that has been my experience anytime I've tried to get care in America. It's all scams. There's some people who are like, well, yeah, because if you don't scam people, then you won't be able to make money. It's like, you've already, like, committed to murder. Like, you've already decided that killing other people is worth getting a paycheck? That's fucked up. What are we living for? What are we doing? And yeah, mostly they send any person that doesn't fit the societal mold to jail. They just send them to prison and then make all their problems worse. Like, it's a really bad system all around. While our mayor is heading to Mexico, we have a sociopath wanting to harm her citizens. She's irresponsible and negligent. I mean, going to Mexico might be important. I don't know. I don't actually know much about the mayor of San Antonio. I remember I did post once on a Reddit thread about the city planner of San Antonio getting like a stupidly high salary. I was like, how much money do you need? It's still a piece of shit city. Like, they make money to make problems. It's just like I was saying. Judge who let him out will regret letting him out on bond. Maybe. I hope not. Well, if he kills anyone, the blood is on the hands of whatever judge let him bond out, and I sincerely hope the people of that city revolt against the judge. Change needs to happen, and these judges with judicial immunity need to fear the people they're actively putting in danger. Yeah, I'm curious. Like, I like that this connects the dots. Like, think of the victims. Think of the people who are in danger. What can we do to help them? And Christopher is also in danger, from himself and from others. Hi, everyone. I know there's lots of events. I'd recommend avoiding them until this man is off the streets. Sad we have to avoid public outings. I will be watching church online and avoiding grocery stores, etc. until they lock him up for real. Why so angry, little demon? Wow, he's judging others and wants to correct them. San Antonio, may God watch over your community until his disposition is over and he is captured. Hi, I'm his older brother, Mike Stowe. Our Christian parents violently brainwashed us from birth. I do not agree with Christopher's actions, but I think I understand why he is lashing out so desperately. Our abuse has been normalized, but it was always very wrong. There is no God. Please grow up. Thank you. Sounds like my kind of neighbor. Oh, dumb guy. We were abused. He is not dumb. I do not agree with his choices. Our parents are more to blame than the judge, in my opinion. Yeah, like, I don't think he's a Trump supporter. Not at all. Not MAGA. He's not Trumpist. Not that I know of. So that's this video. Thank you for posting. Scary stuff. I hope he doesn't hurt anybody. Our Christian parents should be the ones in jail. There is no God. The lie that God exists is killing everybody. I hope humanity can learn and mature instead of tearing itself apart for greed. But yeah, that's my little brother.